Hi y'all. It's so nice to see you guys again. It took me so long. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. We have a lot to catch up on. I just don't know what to talk about. No, I'm joking. I got a lot of things I could talk about. There are many things in 3 years that we can talk about on this channel. I think actually I made a couple of videos when I was in Colorado. It's been a while though since I've posted anything on this channel. And welcome, and I hope you guys are well. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I have no right to say anything other than I just didn't think about it, didn't make anything. And I just kind of lost a lot of things, and then finally in my brain I've decided to come back to it and just work on it, because this is I want to work on it, and I think that after everything I've been through I can talk a little bit better. I wanted to take you along in the journey. I'm actually going to take you guys kind of along in my journey after, not more than in, which kind of stinks, and I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to actually make a video again. So first and foremost, I apologize. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the biggest things that has happened in my life. And I think that some of you might want to know, and figure out, and everything with that. I have had gender reassignment and breast augmentation, but at the same time, that anniversary actually came last month, last month of the year. So I've had basically female anatomy for a year, which has been very, very humbling, and I think that I wanted to explain some stuff to you if you are trying to go through the process of finding somebody to do sex reassignment or gender reconfirmation or gender confirmation surgery. So in all, there's a bunch of people who do it in the world. I'm not sure exactly everybody who does it. I know that in the United States it was very hard for me to find somebody. And mainly, I know of one person on the West Coast. I know 3 people in the East Coast, and 2 that are qualified to in the East Coast that are good. I would say that it's pretty impressive. It's really crazy to think that I got lucky enough to find one person that I really, really, really found right off the bat. But luckily, I thought, well, I'm not sure. I just don't like the feel. And then I came back to her and I said, yeah, this is the right doctor for me. I heard about her. I had somebody talk to me about, going to her, and I'm very happy and pleased with everything. So I want to talk about pre-surgery first. This is kind of like getting everything in the formats and everything. So one of the biggest things is finding your doctor, and that's kind of where I was talking. Finding your doctor is a hard thing, but it depends on where you are in the world, especially in the United States. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly. I know that there is a bunch of people in Thailand that doctors in Thailand. That do this operation, and it is very, very well known in Bangkok. It's very well rounded, very well done, very well everything. I've heard it's one of the best places to go. I did not go to Bangkok to get my surgery, but I did go to Pennsylvania, which is really kind of cool. So there are 3 doctors in Pennsylvania that do this type of surgery. I think there's only 2 that are qualified. The doctor I went to who is part of the Papilon Center, which in French means butterfly, and that's really cute, and I really like that. But the Papilon Center is a wonderful place. It's not only a surgical place, it's also where you can get your endocrinology, which is get hormones, therapy, electrolysis, and multiple other, as well as surgeries. There's a very good list of surgeries. She is a wonderful person. I'll put her link in the description. I'm kind of biased because I went and got the surgery from her, but she is an extremely amazing person. She is extremely wise and has studied under the person in the West Coast, which I forget her name. I'm sorry. Maybe I should find that, so I'll put it on in the bottom right here. But she is well known as well, and if you're on the West Coast, I recommend her. She is I've heard one of the best in the United States, and her like booking is booked for 2 years. Like, that's crazy. So I wanted to go with her, but you know, in the end, it worked out to go to somebody who is her, who I found and really enjoyed, and she was closer to me, and she was an amazing woman and is an amazing woman, and I think that I really appreciate her. So we found her after about a year, and that was really cool. The dates kind of were after we found the paperwork, so we had to go meet my doctor. I went to meet my doctor. Before I met my doctor, I had a extensive background check kind of type thing, which isn't like, you know, like, oh, where's your birth? Like, I'm gonna look you in your eye if you're telling me a lie, you know. They just want to make sure that you are who you're saying you are. Kind of like, are you okay with going through this? This is like a major surgery. We need to make sure you're okay with it. Is there, you know, do you have any doubts, or do you, you know, and like went through a list of like questions like, you're not, you know, you're not making this out of insane ideas, like, you know, you're mentally able to say that, yes, I am a trans person, I know this, I've been on hormones for this amount of time, I believe that this is what I need to do to be happy in my life, you know. And so I went through that. And then the paperwork itself, you know, I had to get exams done, like an EKB or EKBG, which is basically measures your heart. And it was the first time I've ever done that before, which was really funny because I started laughing, and the lady giving me the, you know, thing was like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "It's just my nervous reaction. I laugh at everything if I'm nervous." So yeah, like, that happened. I don't recommend it. No, I'm just kidding. But it, you know, I went through a lot. I got X-rays done. I did like the whole extensive like making sure everything was healthy, and they said I'm fit enough to be, you know, having the surgery. And also, you know, everything went really well. The doctors then, when I went to meet the doctor, we discussed dates. We discussed all the possible things that could go wrong, which is just part of kind of understanding. And then, you know, we talk about the procedure, what to expect afterwards, and like, you know, are you really sure you're wanting to do this? Like, triple checking, like, you know, making sure you're okay with this, getting all those exams done after that, like, conversation, which was really cool, and real cool experience to go to Pennsylvania. I've never been to Pennsylvania before, so it was really nice to go to Philadelphia and go to a little town up near Delaware, which was really cool. Really, really cool. So the dates were kind of a hard thing. I learned that I got very, very lucky. But what else can I tell you about on pre-surgery stuff? I talked to somebody who had the surgery. I forgot to say that. I was still in Colorado at the time, which was about 2 years uh, prior to my surgery, and or was it 2 years? I think it was actually about a year. Yeah, a year and a half basically before my surgery, and that was really nice. She actually had the surgery with the same doctor as me, and it was really, really, really lucky, because she talked about how she had a personality that made her laugh, like there was an actual jokes between the two. It felt right. So in the end, I felt happy with the person I chose. um, you know if I recommend trying to find somebody to talk to about it. It's kind of nice. They told me a lot, and one of the biggest things was get into top physical condition. Like, do not get into physical condition. Um, that was really big for me. I got so big into like working out. I'm still big into working out every once in a while. There's some times where I just don't, but it is really, really good for you. And on top of that, it's really, really nice to get in that condition so that you don't need to worry about healing. The healing process is a lot quicker and it's a lot easier. So let's go